All right. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Lucky Ocean podcast here with Cleanup and myself. We'll be going over a few things today, like not that note. Levy bought Angel Finance, which is pretty cool. Or Levy was bought by Angel Finance. My
Yeah,
bad.
I don't think Levy could buy Angel Finance at this point.
So that got me thinking about CMAT because he's a trader for them. So I'm going to actually have CMAT in here from Alpha Surfers, not next week, but the week after. And then we'll have Tipsy Turtles next week. We're going to cover the new meme coin Rex just briefly. I mean, who knows, maybe a little bit longer. There's still that GME and AMC hype with Roaring Kitty with his options expiring on the 21st. We have Apple now once again the top company again over NVIDIA, likely due to their share buybacks because they're up something like 10 or 20%. Or I'm thinking I'm exaggerating. I think it's $20 in the last like 2 to 3 days. And then we have a baby bounce on SNEC and crypto overall today. And I made 2 recent plays, so we'll talk about those. But Clean first, how are you doing, man?
But I'm feeling great, feeling absolutely wonderful. Just been focusing on health, and kind of like eating right. I'm down some weight, which is always good, you know. But yeah, other than that, just like working and I haven't been necessarily active on Twitter or anything like that. I've just been kind of like sitting on the sidelines a little bit and kind of watching more of GameStop right now and kind of getting sucked back into that, which is like, I don't know, just I haven't been this excited about the regular market in a very long time. And so it's kind of like refreshing to see, um, you know, uh, to keep up on stuff.
Yeah, I was telling you earlier before we started the stream, I've been getting some FOMO with GMC and GME, and I can't really help it, man. I know that there's so much potential here. I think these are the plays that you should attempt. My personal opinion is to like try to not play anything as far as like options and stuff like that. I probably should have played shares with GameStop, but this is really where like an option can take you from broke boy to like somewhat successful trader. Like
Yeah.
you won't be a successful trader, all the time, but you can make your account look like it. And so I feel like, these are the moments where there's a lot of money to be made. This is when you should be attempting to, let off those limits on yourself and just gamble a little harder. But it's tough because of there's so many strong ups and downs. So like you don't want to buy during the hype. You really want to buy when you think you shouldn't, when you think it's over.
Yeah.
And then it bounces back and you realize it's no longer over. With the GameStop situation now, Keith Gill, Roaring Kitty, went live for the first time on his YouTube channel Friday. And it was pretty funny. We were talking about it earlier. He had like the bandages on his arm with a sling, and he's like pretending to be dead while the stock is crashing, and he's down hundreds of millions. I think it was like 200 million he lost that day or something.
Yeah, he was down
Freaking
200 mil. He wasn't even like sweating. He was just like cool as a cucumber. You know what I'm saying? Because I know him as a savvy investor, which he is a savvy investor. No one can say that he is not. Just him being impervious to that sort of like absolute domination on that day was quite funny. It was entertaining.
Yeah, I think because he owned those shares at, I think it was $21 or $20 a share or something like that. So he's still up, decently big, even if it were to stay at, $24, I think, or $26 it was when it was falling from actually it was higher. It was like 30s to high 20s because it fell from 60 that day. There was a lot of hype.
Yeah.
So even still, he was up a lot, right? But still that mindset too is like, yeah, I just woke up 200 to 300 million richer, right? And now it's all gone. And he was still, like you said, he was pretty calm. He's joking around with the memes. I think even at one point he hovered over his selling an option, and he was like, watch this, like they're going to halt it if I do this. And they halted it. And then, there was speculation behind, like, did they halt it because, he was debating or scaring them to sell the option, or did they halt it because it was on the way down? We'll never know, because you can manually halt it, and you can also have the automatic halts from the swings.
Right.
But yeah, there's so much hype with it, man. I wanted to get in. I got in yesterday at the perfect time, nearly. It was the end of the day. I bought an option, and then I woke up and it was starting to go down, at 9:30, and I sold it before 9:31 even hit. I sold it instant. I was like,
Wow.
get me the hell out of this option. I bought it for 285. I sold it for 285, and then an hour later it's pumping, and I would have made I'd be up like $300 to $500. So
Yeah,
it stings, but
it
I don't
does.
know.
I
It's
mean,
tough.
but that's the thing about options is like, uh, you're riding this wave of incredible adrenaline, and some people are like, just fuck it, who cares?
Right.
And so how I did that was, um, playing like you should train yourself again on playing like the cup game. You know what I'm saying?
What's the cup game?
The cup where it fills up or whatever,
Oh,
like the rocket game and shit like that. It's kind of like, yo, it's at 4x. Do I cash out now or do I ride it? And then that first time that you ride it to like a 10x, like instant boner. You know what I mean? It's just
yeah.
it's
You get money hungry is how I explained it to CMAT when I was talking to him. I was like, I do good trades, and then I find myself getting money hungry. So I've been trying to deal with that, like do a good trade, walk away, or even just like a longer term trade. Like I think I messed up with GameStop in the sense that I should have bought shares instead of options that day
yeah,
because I know the volatility. I have a strong belief that it's going to do the short squeeze thing, but I don't know when. So
full diva.
I think shares would have been, the right move. And plus with GameStop, if the stock goes up 100%, 200%, whatever, you're still making good money. You don't need an option to make 200% like you
Right,
normally would.
right.
So I probably should have done that, or I should have done a 3-week or 2-week option rather than a weekly. That way I
Yeah,
wouldn't be so nervous
so
on
nervous about it. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I
So
mean, if you're to do it now would kind of be a unique time to do an option because of what's
yeah,
happening on the 21st. What's up, Devo?
it just sucks because I literally got in right here. Like almost at the like it was a little later in the day, but
Yeah.
because of how it's showing, it's not perfect. But yeah, I got in at a really good time. And now it's like, well, I could get in now. I should have just trusted myself the first time. When I'm
Well,
down like this, I have to let it go.
but I mean, shares though, like if you were to do
Oh
shares
no,
right
I
now, I
need
feel
this.
like you should feel comfortable doing shares right now.
That's true. Shares, I'm only, $5, $6 away from where I would have bought, which is like 30%, 20%,
Yeah.
but it's not the worst. And I could still see that. I bought some AMC shares the other day. I bought like $25 worth, but then I was like, what am I doing? Like I literally just did that to stop the FOMO and it didn't work at all. So I was like, okay, let me just sell these shares. I don't know why I even got in them.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is a really big thing that's happening here. This is like meme stocks or meme coins for the stock market. And it's like the biggest one. It's like their Dogecoin. So there's gonna be money to be made in this cycle, whether it's the next month and whether it's 2 months, whether it's just on the 21st when his options expire. I don't know, but it's here. Like the hype is here.
Well, do you think he's going to sell?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I think he wants them to expire so that E-Trade has to find the shares and it creates a larger pump for all of his other shares.
Yeah.
But will he then sell his other shares, right? Or a portion? Or will he just continue to hold forever? Like
I
his
don't think so.
thesis
Dude,
is crazy. Like he's theorizing like you would watch an NFT YouTuber, right? He's like, we have $5 billion in cash. He could buy 2 startups. He could invest into Bitcoin. He could create an AI company, and it's just like, sure, he could do any of these things, but what is Ryan Cohen really going to do?
he could really like make his own GameStop.
How I thought about it was that I just hope Ryan Cohen doesn't actually try to make GameStop great again, because it's not. Just reinvent GameStop. Stop trying to sell games unless you're going to go like the Steam market and get rid of all these in-store games. Like I don't think anybody cares about handheld or physical copies, right? Not many people actually care about new games being physical copies, maybe old games, but there's plenty of smaller retro gaming stores out there already. I just think they need to go a different route to really make their business like great again.
But what is it?
I don't know. I'm not no CEO, but I feel like if I was there, I would at least put some of it into Bitcoin. You're going to get all of the crypto people super freaking pumped. Bitcoin is going to go up in the long term, so you're not wasting your money. Or I do believe in buying NVIDIA cards and maybe trying to get into AI in some way, but I'm not super intelligent on how to create AI and how to, do all that. So that one I think is a little trickier. And then all the people on the board, I don't know if they would approve any of that.
Yeah.
So that's the other tough part. But I think Bitcoin is one of the easiest ones. Like you don't have to put a whole lot. You could put, $500 million. That's only like 15% or whatever, 10%.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's really interesting what's happening. There's definitely money to be made here, and I feel like I'm gonna miss it again. And
I just remember
sucks.
GameStop. I remember GameStop in the heyday, man. Like
Back
honestly.
in 2021, 2020.
No. I'm talking about like actual GameStop.
Oh,
Like
okay.
the midnight releases. We're talking like early 2000s to like 2000, probably 12.
I think that time period's gone though, forever.
I know everybody's went digital and everybody made fun of Microsoft when Microsoft was like, hey, our consoles are not going to have disk drives anymore. Everything's going digital. So we're going to offer digital service. And everybody was like, no, we need the physical copies. 7 years later, nobody's buying physical copies.
Yep.
Right? Everything's digital and everything's backwards compatible.
As a gamer, you could start to see that too. Like
Right.
I went from waiting outside for my favorite game, to, I'll just pre-order it on Steam and wait.
The best was like on midnight releases, and then they had the tournaments of the game inside the store.
I didn't know about any of those when I was younger, but that sounds
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah, it was great. Like they did one for Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 4, and then a couple Call of Duties. And dude, it was such an experience, you know what I mean? And I remember getting tired of games and trading them in for like $8, and I'm like, bitch, I just paid $60 for this thing like a month ago. What do you mean? But then
Yeah,
like it's better than nothing, I guess.
that
You
was
know
my
what I'm
thought
saying?
process too. I was like, yeah, I'm only getting $20 for this game that's like 3 months old, but like I beat it. Like, what am I gonna do with it?
Right.
So sure, like $20 is fine, And then you get really old games that you loved that you held for like a year, and you're like, yeah, you'll get like $5 for it, and you're like, I
And
guess.
and the craziest thing is I still want to have the physical copies of games because dude, that's my game. Bro, so imagine this. What happens if they shut down the servers? Like they shut down the Xbox 360 servers, right? So we can no longer really play online unless you go through Xbox Connect or like whatever it is, right? And
Or a third
so,
party with a friend or
yeah,
something.
like XBC. And so, what's up, Andrew?
Yo, what's going on, man?
Um, so for me, it's like not your keys, not your coin, right? Like, do I actually own these games that I'm paying for? Because
If you
once,
I mean, on Steam, right? If you do, you do. But once you sell the hard copy, right, then you don't. So
yeah, and so my thing is that all of these games rely on being online. Well, when they shut the servers down, well, what happens? Like, okay, that's $60 wasted then, because I can't play it.
I have to show you this thing. Have you heard of the MIG switch? This is a brand new thing. Back in the day, they had one called the R4 cart. And these
Okay.
R4 carts were for I think it was the Nintendo 3DS or Nintendo DS or both. And
Okay.
you could basically take a small little micro SD card like you see right here, and you put it into this thing, and you could put your games on there and play your games offline on the 3DS. And now they have this for the Switch. You're going to have to use this offline right now. You have to get this thing. It's a Switch dumper. So you put your Switch games into it, and then you would connect this to your computer, and you put in your Switch game. You have to own it, and then it'll take all those files and put it into a folder that you can then put onto this MIG switch with other games, and you can have all your games on this one cartridge. Now, the thing with this is that if you can do that with your own games, it's only inevitable. It's a matter of time before people just put their own on there. And then you can just download them like you can now for the Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, whatever. So the Switch, there's going to be a lot of pirating, a lot of piracy for the Switch. And just remember, if you do this and you try to steal some stuff that's not yours, each game has its own ID. So if those games are live at the same time online, then they can, I think, brick your Switch or your account or something along those lines. So you're going to want to use this offline 100%. But I found that was super interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to break your consoles, dude. I don't know. I would just I just remember GameStop being this great thing, and the fact that it was so great and they were making so much money, and I mean, it's whatever, but now it's like it's literally nothing. And they don't know what to pivot to. They don't know what to pivot to, though.
Well, that's the thing, is everybody's speculating on that. And that's, I don't believe, and maybe I'm supposed to be a dumb ape, right? But I don't believe Keith when he says, I believe in the company. I don't believe that. There's nothing to believe. There's nothing that Ryan Cohen has said that he will do that is bullish, bearish. There's no reason to believe at all in the company, my opinion. I'm glad that that's the approach he's taking, because I feel like it's a lot harder to sue him and you can keep this craze going. And I love being a part of it. You know, I really like, if it could squeeze past this level, there's no limit, right? Other than your imagination and how much people are willing to keep throwing in.
Yeah.
Like, that is so crazy. But we do have some other things to talk about. We have plenty of meme coins launching. MOM, what does that stand for? It's like something meme, mother of memes, something. Pepe's mom. Yeah, this one's going crazy. There was Rex that launched earlier.
Yeah.
I think that was like 2 to 3, 4 days ago.
Yeah, 4 or 5 days ago, I think.
And that's coming back down. I didn't get into any of these. I saw Jupiter talking about Rex, and I think I found it like around here, and I was like, oh no, it already did the meme coin thing. Like,
it's done as a meme coin, I think. I don't know.
And then it crapped out, and I was like, yep, I freaking knew it. And then I turned off my computer and woke up to this. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know why these meme coins decide to go crazy or what keeps them up, other than like a few whales. But it's cool that we have some hype on Cardano.
People are getting bored, yeah.
I mean, people, I feel like they're always bored. They're always ready for something to go crazy, but it doesn't mean it will.
Yeah.
SNEC's rebounding really strongly today, which is pretty cool.
What's it up? It's like, how much is that? That's like
288.
10, 12%
from down here.
Yeah.
Roughly like, I think, what is that, 5%? I don't know. Either way, good day. Yeah. Good day for the SNEC. I see there's a lot of buys. And it also, I'm wondering, there's a lot of sells too, but I wonder sometimes you'll see, like, see if I can find it. I don't know, like these right here, like 2.87K sell, 2.87K sell, 2K sell, exactly 5K, exactly 5K. And then sometimes you'll see like 5K buy, and then a minute later, 5K sell. And I'm wondering if it's the same person just trying to increase the number of overall trading on SNEC so that it looks bigger than it is.
Well, I mean,
I wonder if any of that's going on.
You would be able to do like wallet tracker and stuff like that if you had a Tappy, yeah?
Right.
I mean, people would be able to tell you.
It just, I feel like a lot of the times I'll see, something like this, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, awesome. Like, we're about to, really go up. And then, 5 minutes later, you'll see these exact numbers are slightly, off, sold. And I'm like, Like it could be a whale trying to match the sell pressure, but if you're a whale and you really believe in it, you'd want to hold anyways. I don't know. I like it. I like that somebody is helping us out if that is what's happening. Like I'm not
Yeah.
against the wash trading or the fake trading because everybody else is doing it. And if you want to compete in this market, if Sammy Sosa's hitting steroided home runs, then maybe Mike Piazza's got to take some steroids to keep up.
Yeah. No Mike Piazza slander. The boy was all natural.
Yeah, man, they were all natural back in the day, right?
Yeah, for sure. No, that should save baseball, man. I don't even.
It was fun. All those dudes were like, I don't know. I don't want to say humble because I don't even remember back then, but they seemed like dudes that you would look up to, right?
Right.
You'd be like, oh, that's the dude who I want to be. I want to be hitting home runs like that guy.
What the hell is Rex anyway?
We can look into it. Let's check out Twitter. First, though, I do have a Twitter giveaway. I'm going to be picking this at probably about 3 hours from now. Not the tweet I wanted to share. Profile. This giveaway. So we have a Walker's CNFT giveaway. Thanks to Voodoo talking with the team over there. Appreciate you, Voodoo. And we got 5 walk list spots. So this is similar to, I don't know, like an Apple Watch or whatever, where I think you would download an app and then you would walk and it would track how many miles or kilometers or whatever it is. And then you would be able to use that to get a portion of coins. And those coins might be from like a new coin that's launching or from, I think maybe their own coin. I'd have to look more into it. But if you're a person who walks a lot, maybe this is for you. I haven't been into NFTs in a while, which is actually the other post that I had up. But there are some NFTs. Actually, let me post this in the chat for y'all real quick. I mean, all you got to do is, like, retweet, tag 3 friends, and follow them. But I have been looking at some 2 NFT projects in particular. One we kind of already talked about, CMAT Die from Alpha Surfers. I think there's a lot of hype within the Levi Angel Finance, because Angel just bought them. Yeah. So CMAT is a trader who trades something I want to say is 20%. I was listening to Freedom 35ers yesterday, and I want to say that the 2 CEOs that came on said it was 20% that CMAT got. And he's been extremely successful, both in his trading and the Angel Finance side. So if you own an Alpha Surfer, I'll just go to JPEG store. I almost went to CNFT.io.
Which they're sharks, right? And like scuba gear.
Yeah. Alpha Surfers. They're right here. Boom. So these guys, we've seen them before. We've had CMAT on before. But if you own one of these, every quarter you get allocated some of the profits that CMAT has made. And the very first mint, I think it cost, I don't know, it was cheaper than $50. I know that. I want to say it was like $30, maybe $40 in Cardano to buy one of these. And then the price kept going up, of course. So if you bought at first and then you were given your first quarterly reward, which happened last quarter, and that was his first quarter giving out rewards, you'd basically be at break even right now. So you'd own one of these for free. So I really want to get into this. He's a very successful trader, and I want to start getting some, really decent ADA rewards. I think we can actually go to his Discord so I can give out the exact numbers, but it was a decent reward. It wasn't like, oh, you get 2 ADA this quarter, like, keep holding. No, it was it was better than that.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find it.
Now, does it multiply per surfer that you own then?
Yeah, it's a flat rate for every surfer that you own. Maybe there's something special with like a rare one, but I'm not sure about that.
Yeah. I feel like it should just be a flat rate.
I think it is.
Yo, and I've been playing tower defense too.
Which one? Goombles?
No, I wish I don't have a Goombles, right? But I have been playing tower defense. games today, Kingdom Rush or something like that. It's like this.
Is that mobile?
Yeah, it's on mobile.
Because I've heard of that one.
Because it kind of made me want to try out to see what Goombles is like.
Yeah,
You got to
Goombles
play
was
it,
really
right?
fun when I played it. I don't think it's actually working on the store right now, but I'd have to
Really?
check. I want to say it's not, but I don't want to be wrong and fudding it for no reason. But yeah, Goombles is the other project that I was talking about.
But like, so this is the alpha group then. Yeah, obviously.
CMAT.
Yeah.
I don't know if he does alpha. I'm sure he talks. I know he talks about his trades because he doesn't necessarily only trade, let's say, like SNEC or whatever. But he does trade some DeFi within Cardano. He also does more general markets. So he'll be trading, like I don't think he'll be trading GameStop, but he'll be trading stuff, on the New York Stock Exchange.
Right.
I was actually talking with him yesterday when I was asking him to come on, and I think based off of what he's told me, he likes to trade more global news. So if, for example, we can tie this into the FOMC meeting today with Jerome Powell and the Fed. If they change their mind on anything, bullish or bearish on rate cuts, he'll probably be trading TLT, which is our bond market, our 20-year. So he'll probably, do something like that. And they're at the moment, he said they're very quick trades. They're mostly day trades. So he's in and out really quick. I can't
Yeah.
find the exact number. I swear I saw it yesterday. I should have written it down. But I want to say it was $28 is what the first quarter reward was. Yeah, I can't find it. I'll be wasting too much time looking for it. But I want to say it was like $28, which I think is pretty good for holding an NFT. I mean, if you bought it at 500, obviously not the greatest, but if you bought it when it first minted, you'd be up or at break even. But yeah, so that's Alpha Surfers. And then I delisted my Goombles and I staked because of the announcement that came out. One of the announcements came out a month ago and one of them came out like 2 weeks ago. One of them was that no more Goombles will be minted. So the supply is now capped, and staking, I think, stopped, but now it's live again. So I staked both of my Goombles just because they weren't selling for the price that I wanted anyways. I do have a short and a tall, which gives you an extra 10% of your staking bonus. So I figured, maybe this turns into something in the future anyways. And maybe these, what is it called? Sweets? I think that's what his coin's going to be called, Sweets. Maybe that goes crazy too, and I'll passively earn some Sweets as well. So those were my two moves that I made. And what else did we have? I did my derp birds. I did my collecting.
Yes.
Whoops. I remember you were telling me, you said every time we go live, I need to collect, and I didn't collect last time. So
You did not.
Nope. So we'll go back to the derps. Yeah, I collected. I got my 4. They have this other thing that I didn't even know about. It's if I go to my outpost and I go to upgrades, there's now the comms tower, and upgrade the comms tower to reduce the number of fortifiers needed at this outpost. So right here it shows I can, get rid of one of my apes and not need to hold an ape in my outpost. I also need 25,000 derp along with that. So we can go check out the price of derp to see if it would be worth it. How much is 25,000 derp? That's 2,200 ADA. That is not worth it. You should definitely buy if you're looking to maximize your staking rewards.
Whoa.
You should buy a derp instead, because let's see here. The derp ape, which is the one that I have, is 205. My outpost is for derp apes, not the original. But if you even wanted the original, it's not that expensive. The original is at 500. So definitely cheaper than the 25 or 2,200 ADA that it would cost for the 25,000 derp tokens, depending on where the price of derp is. But right now, it's decently high. if we scroll this out,
Yeah,
Derp is doing well,
it's doing well.
which is cool because I didn't know that.
The community's strong. Nobody can say they're definitely not strong. That's for sure. They're
Yeah, their
100%.
community is strong. You know, Dave's not going anywhere. So it is cool to see. I walk our dog a lot, so did all the things for that whitelist chance. Sweet. Appreciate it, homie. We only have a few people that actually, you know, tried to do the whitelist requirement, so you'll probably win it. And then what else do we have? We have Tipsy Turtles coming on next week. The week after that is CMAT. Talked about Rex. Talked about GME and AMC. Apple. I don't know if I said this because I was talking to Clean a lot before we went live, so I don't remember everything I said.
That is true.
But Apple is now once again the top company in valuation over NVIDIA. And in my opinion, this is due to their buybacks. It's not confirmed yet, but a lot of people are speculating that in the last few days, I think it was literally 2 days ago, they started buying like crazy. So if you even go back 3 months, let's say like a year, like for this whole year almost, it's been at the same price. And then out of nowhere, it just shoots up like crazy.
Right. And
so,
well, what for though? Does anybody know?
Well, I think it's their buyback program. I think they're buying their shares either today, this week, yesterday. That's what I believe. So their own company is acquiring more shares, you know, which reduces supply, pumps money into it, all around good. And I guess that puts it at a $3 trillion valuation or then some. Because NVIDIA, even after its stock split of 10-1, which is insane, is still at its all-time high, even today, hitting new highs. Yeah. So before the split, this would be $1,250, which is crazy.
Right. That's a lot, dude.
Absolutely crazy. Tesla's finally going back up as well. I feel like Tesla hasn't moved in such a long time, dude. You can look at the year. I mean, 5 years kind of flat too, but the yearly chart down 28%. If Tesla gets voted, I think I don't know when it is, but he's trying to get his shares, essentially. There was that deal back in the day that if he earned the company a certain percentage, they would give him a certain amount of shares and options. And so they don't want to do that because of the judge that stepped in, but all the shareholders can still vote on that. And if it's voted that he'll get it, which I think he should, simply because it was an agreement that was agreed on. And just because he did the impossible, they're like, well, we didn't actually think you'd make this half-court shot. And it's like, bro, then don't bet. So I don't know. It's really frustrating. And I don't want him to take his ideas or his AI or whatever he has planned for Tesla away and, you know, devalue the company a little bit. So if that gets passed, this will be super bullish. And this is a great time to buy if that happens. If it fails, then this could definitely go lower.
Yeah, I know he's got beef with Apple, you know. And so I don't know if he's just being too controversial or what, you know what I'm saying? Because no offense to Tesla, but those two are like giants, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like giants in the space. But even then, I think people are going to gravitate more towards Apple.
I think Apple's a safer bet. Tesla is like the crazy guy, risky business. He's in the social media all the time. You know, like when do you really hear about the CEO of Apple? I don't.
None.
Right.
Last thing I heard about Apple was like, I had to deal with like Ireland, right? They did some dumb shit in Ireland.
I don't even know.
I want to say it was like either child labor or something like that in Ireland.
Yeah, they've been doing that in China too, so like, it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, poor children, but like,
well, that they got sued by Fortnite, right? Back in the day.
Did they?
Yeah.
I think it was something to do with their Play Store, right?
Right.
Yeah, Epic Games wanted to go onto their Play Store, but Apple wanted to charge them 30%.
Yeah, right.
Like which is like their standard percent, but it's unfair because you own most of the market.
Right.
But yeah, Epic actually won that lawsuit, didn't they?
They did, yeah.
and it changed the trajectory of what they can now charge on their Apple Store.
Yeah, so now I can't do like a Smurf account on my mobile. You know what I'm saying? And then like do like a duos and then back out and then just get all bot lobbies basically
I
to
didn't
get
even know
them
that was a
victories.
thing. Damn.
But I've been playing. You've been playing any video games or anything like that?
You know, like I talked about maybe 2 streams ago, that Poke Rogue game, I still play it. They come out with updates like every other day.
Yeah.
But it's like becoming so mind numbing right now because there's this endless mode, and like once you get your team all set up, it's just like click, 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 click. It's just so mind numbing. So I've been putting on some anime in the background or watching some charts while I like mind numbingly click through it. But it's getting to the point where I'm gonna stop very soon. It's so dead.
Yeah.
But I played a little bit of Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening last night on my Ambernick. I played for like an hour just before I went to bed. I beat it was the Water Shrine in Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. So if you guys know, you know, it's where you get the flippers and you can finally go underwater.
Right.
So that's where I'm at. That was pretty cool. I play Rocket League and Super Smash Bros. Melee probably every day for like 20 minutes just to keep my mind sharp and be a little competitive before I get either frustrated or too tired.
Yeah.
And I'll go back to doing whatever I'm doing. But
dude, I suck at Rocket League so bad.
Yeah, I'm hit or miss. I know what to do, but I can't do it. I can't air dribble. I can't flick.
Yeah.
This stuff is rough.
Yeah.
But I still have fun. I like to try to pass to my teammate and play smart, you know, block when I should. But yeah, not really too many new things. I've been looking for something new. Are there any cool games coming out?
No, I don't think so. I bought this new one, Hyperdrive. Hyperspace.
Not this.
Hyperspace.
There is a game right here, I think. Is this something?
No, it's like dude, it has to do with like toys. Hyperdrive.
Hold on. Hyperdrive game. That's it?
Overdrive?
Is it retro?
No, it's like you're playing with army dudes inside a room. And like it's a first person or third person shooter. They also do like a little bit of tower defense in the game. I think it might be called Hyperspace. Something like that. Hold on. I literally just bought it.
Indie game described as Sea of Thieves, like something.
Hyperspace.
Okay, this looks a little. Oh, what does this gun look like? What was that game that introduced parkouring? You could like slide off the walls. It was developed.
I know the game you're talking about. Oh man, Mirror's Edge.
No, but that's a cool game. It's with guns too. It's a multiplayer game. Came out like 3 years after, you know, Halo was kind of dead. I mean, that could be any time really, but I can't remember. They made 2 of them.
What the hell is this thing called?
Is this not it though?
Hypercharge. It's called Hypercharge. Sorry. Good Lord. I knew it was hyper something.
Hypercharge.
Yeah. Dude, you're playing in your bedroom.
This reminds me of Toy Story's level in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Kind of, yeah.
Because you're in Andy's room.
Yeah.
That is sick.
And so you're killing out these people online that are action figure toys and stuff like that. You can build your own box and you have your own packaging and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
Is it multiplayer?
Yeah, it's multiplayer online.
And it's from Epic.
Yeah, and there's
or maybe
there's there's a tower defense portion of this where you get waves of enemies and you have to build your base and stuff like that.
I really like the graphics on it.
Like you set up turrets and stuff. Yeah, it's super cool actually.
Wish I could get you all a bigger picture. Hold on.
But yeah, so I bought it. It's like $30, and I was
Oh,
like,
wow.
sold.
That's not a bad price. It's made by Nintendo. That explains why it looks so well.
And then like, so it's old school, almost like arena style shooter,
Huh.
like a Unreal Tournament and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And so a lot less aiming down sights and more along the lines of like following your crosshair.
Okay.
And like you like can sprint and jump and use your rockets as like to launch yourself off the ground and stuff like that. Like old school players like
Oh,
me
that is cool.
love this shit.
Right? You remember brute shot jumping in Halo
Of
3?
course, yes.
Oh, and butterflying in Halo
Yeah,
2?
dude, it was
Oh,
so good. And this reminds me like that, to where if you get the movement down, you can literally dominate an entire lobby. Like there were 2 games back to back. I went 50-3 and 50-6.
dang. You're playing
And
against 5-year-old kids. You're like, yeah, let's go, baby.
I don't give a shit. 50-6 and 50-3 is 50-6, 50-3.
Hey,
You know
man,
what I
I
mean?
feel the same way. I just find it funny because, that's probably, honestly, who you're playing. But there
But
definitely will be older people playing these games. Don't get me wrong.
what I noticed is like if you can get the movement down, that shit, like it unlocked muscle memory from like decades ago of me playing Unreal for like 6 hours a day when I was like 13,
Yeah, for sure.
and then playing Halo like so long ago. Dude, it's so cool.
Does
Yeah,
anybody in
there's
the chat like
what
play
is it?
games?
Oh,
Like,
100%. That's what it looks like. Yeah.
no, like anybody in the chat? Do any of y'all like play new games or play old school games, or are you guys interested in games at all, or are you just vibing? I'm just curious because if I find out like, oh, like most of my people don't play games, and like, all right, I won't talk about games too
I
much. But
won't
if a
talk about
lot of
games.
y'all, but if a lot of y'all game, like I'm down. You know?
Yeah. I don't know. This shit was like nostalgic for me. So I'm in my GameStop mode with like playing this and like
Hell yeah,
working, making pizza. Fallout. Yeah. So
hell yeah.
Devo, did you watch the new Fallout info that came out?
Talking about the show from Amazon,
Well, they're having the show from Amazon, right? Which is already on,
right?
which I think is only like half of it, right? They've only released half of the episode so far.
I think that series is season is done.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong about that,
I
but
thought there were only like 4
it
episodes or something like that
ended.
out.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it ended. But they're gonna have a second and third series season for sure.
And
Yeah,
then
that was really good.
no, so Xbox had their update or whatever, like their E3. Nobody does
Oh,
E3 anymore. It's like an Xbox and PlayStation showcase and stuff like that. And so they had an update on Fallout 76 and stuff, which
yeah.
and they had a Starfield as well update and stuff like that. Did you
It's
watch the Fall of
almost pain.
76, by the way?
Yeah, I did. It was hilarious, and I had to stop because I found myself getting mad because I wanted a new Fallout for so long, and then
Yeah.
76 came out, and not only was it only multiplayer and you could only play online, but it started off with no NPCs, a bunch of glitches,
Yeah.
like a price tag that was fine if the game was fine. I don't know. I'm not even gonna get into it, but then after the show came out, they came out with a Fallout 4 update too to try to
Right.
bring people back into their game because they realized, shit, we don't have a new game coming
Yeah.
anytime soon, and everybody loves our brand new show. And so the new update for Fallout 4, I did not enjoy. It
Yeah.
was like the game just ran differently. I don't know how to explain it, but it doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
But no, I'm hyped. They're coming out with a Fallout. I think it's a mod for Fallout 4, but it's a mod that's going to allow you to play Fallout in London.
What?
Yeah, it's by a dev team, a small dev team of indie developers that just had a passion for Fallout, and they're, you know, sick of waiting for Bethesda, and they're just like, we're just going to do this massive project. And it's so big that they had to get it to launch on a like, normally you mod on Nexus mods, right?
Yeah.
It's too big. It won't fit on any mod website. So they
Yeah.
had to get somebody like an Epic. It's not Epic, but somebody else. They had to get somebody
Right.
like that to launch the game through their whatever and download it that way.
4 times larger, 16 times the size
Oh
of like
man.
whatever. Dude, that
Yeah.
shit was amazing. I love that. Internet Historian is definitely top notch. Just an
Fallout
absolute
4 London is an ambitious, trailblazing DLC-sized mod for Fallout 4. Bethesda Game Studios 2015. Yeah, it's a stand apart. The mod was initially released or scheduled to be released in 2023, then scheduled to be released in April 23rd, 2024. And then after the new Fallout 4 update came out, they had to push it back even further because that was unexpected. But
yeah,
you should check it out. Anybody who's interested in that. I don't have all the details on it. Starfield was a massive letdown for me, to be honest.
yeah.
I didn't like, like in a lot of RPGs, I'm completely fine with beating a game a certain way and then having to, make another character and go replay it in a different way. Like, I'm completely fine with doing that. But in this game, they're like, well, what if you didn't have to make another character? We just took everything away from you and you had to start over. And it's like, no.
No.
I want to keep my character that has everything.
Thank you.
Yeah,
No.
and then make another character that has different things. So that was really frustrating. And the replay loop got boring because they were like, if you want to max out all your powers, you have to go to every single, I don't even remember what they're called, but shrine, right? And do this stupid puzzle that's super simple. I don't know if you played it, but it's like you float in the air and you have to slowly float towards like the center and float back up and float back down and touch all these. It takes forever. And you have to do that like a billion times to max out your character. It's so, the replay loop is ass. So I hope they fix that.
Yeah. I kind of miss like when games were less scripted or less linear than what they are today. Like GTA 3, GTA Vice City, San Andreas, right? It wasn't as much like, well, there were missions where you could legit complete the mission or do like a cheat, essentially, where you find out, okay, well, you have to blow up this car, so you'll set a bomb on the car before you start the mission, and then you have to chase this guy. Instead of chasing him, you just blow up the bomb right before the mission. And then that's it. Dude's dead. Mission complete.
So there's like no point of the other part of the mission. Of
Right.
chasing him.
But it's the fact of like, if you fail the mission the first time, right, then you're smart. So like you figure out how to game it beforehand, right? That to me is rewarding.
Right.
As opposed to it's indestructible till this certain point, and then once
I see what you're saying.
Once you get to this certain point, magically you can somehow pop the tires and it'll swerve off into the lane and knock down a sign, and then all of a sudden, like, sure, that's great for some cinematics and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, it doesn't give me the freedom of it, right? Like, and this dude, really great YouTuber, Nakey Jakey, explained it like Legos. So Legos, as a kid, when you had that tub full of Legos, and it was so fucking gross because there was like, some kid was just snotting all over it and shit. But it didn't matter because you could make anything you wanted. And it was great. Like, you would spend days building a house, then deconstruct it, and then put it back together. And then ever since we started talking, the shit went down.
It's all good. I just figured I'd have it on in the background.
And so the problem with Legos now is you buy a set, and although it's great that you get to this little beautiful thing, it's not nearly as fun and creative as having like the Lego box. Like, and in fact, if you were to ask me, which would you rather have, this Lego set with the instructions and everything, or would you rather have a Lego box? I'll take the Lego box all day.
Right. I think there was a game, I know what you're talking about too, and like with the scripting, it takes away from your creativity and it makes it you're just having an experience that the game wants you to have rather than
Right.
having your own experience within
Right.
that game.
Which,
like Red Dead Redemption, for example, had a lot of that. Like you
right.
could like throw, I don't remember how they did it, but they did something to where they like blow up a box and it'd fly up into the air, for example.
Right.
And then you would finally talk to the guy. No, Legend of Zelda. Sorry, Breath of the Wild. You'd like blow up a box into the air. And when you talk to a certain person, they were like undercover evil villain or something. And they would be like, ha, I've got you now. You didn't expect this to be evil villain. And as soon as that like small little interaction happens, he then turns into a bad guy that you can now swing at. Well, that box is now coming down, right? And as soon as the cutscene's over, it immediately hits him and he dies. And like that is just super rewarding.
Yes. Yeah. And even now more so, right? Like Red Dead 2 is kind of the same way, where it became a little bit more linear. Rockstar games are becoming a little bit more linear to where they want you to follow this certain path and not veer off and find different unique ways to complete missions and other things like that. It has to be done a certain way, like in order for you to complete the mission. And that and like waypoints and other things like that have kind of like ruined it for me in a way, because there's no sense of like discovery or wanting to push things further on my own end. It's just me playing with a Lego set instead of being like fully creative, right? And so that's why I always liked Forge, right? So like when I was doing work for 343, I was a cartographer. I would create maps, right? Because that was the ultimate form of like testing shit out. Was like, does this work? And when we were working on Overgrowth, that was the thing. It went through a lot of extensive testing and stuff. And it was like
Overgrowth. I got to remind myself.
So it was on Halo 5. It was done by me, this guy named Psycho Duck, and Tom French.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember this map.
So we created that map.
Oh, wow. So you were working for Halo for a while, or for
a little bit, like 6 months.
343s. Okay.
6 months.
So not during Halo 2 or 3?
No. So I was doing competitive gaming, right? Back in like 2005, 2006.
Hell yeah. The peak.
Peak was probably 2009, really. Halo 3. Right before Reach.
Yeah. Halo 3 was by far my favorite, just because it took out the extra skill and just made it raw skill. And by that, I mean, instead of RRXing, to where you shoot multiple times by using like a specific combination of buttons, there were no glitches in the game, but all it came down to was pure aiming skill, team skill, grenade bouncing, those sort of things.
Right. And, if you could do an Insta-Explode and stuff like that, that was cool. Dude, not to do like whatever, but can we watch something real quick?
Yeah, I don't mind.
I don't know.
Demonetized, but that's fine.
I don't.
What's a little demonetization, huh?
No, it's fine.
No, I really don't mind. What we watching?
Dude, what? Can you look up Office Hyena?
Yeah.
And Mastery. There should be Mastery.
The montage?
Yes.
Dude, montages were my shit back in the day.
Now, you will not see another montage like this. You can turn it down, do whatever you got to do. I don't give a shit. This is nuts.
I'll leave it on, because the music makes these montages a lot, but I'll keep it low.
You should turn it. You should turn it up a little bit.
Turn it up?
Yeah, that's good. I like this.
Oh, the stickies.
Hold on.
Spike grenades. Yep, the punch in the air to swag.
Yeah.
One of the best maps ever made.
Yeah.
The pit.
Watch this. There's one. That's fine. Watch this shit.
So smart.
It's all lightning snipe, right?
Yeah. I used to watch these all the time. I may have even seen this video before.
Dude, this is the best montage I've ever watched in my entire life.
Okay. You prayed on that one. I don't want to hear
it. He's still going. Watch this. Watch this. This is insane.
Okay.
Bank shot.
Okay.
Dude, bank shot.
Dude, that was another really cool thing Halo added, was the bank shot.
Yeah.
It was always so hard sniping the ghouls. Or whatever they're called.
Sticks himself, runs into it, and kills the guy.
Yeah, because he grabbed the overshield.
Right.
And when you grab the overshield, if you didn't know, you have 5 seconds or something like that of invincibility. What? Wait.
Snipe
what?
shot.
Hold on. Wait. What just happened? Oh, he dropped his gun to prevent the shot? Because it shot the gun?
Yeah.
Yeah, these things are sick. I used to watch those all the time.
This one's, dude, this one's literally the best montage I've ever seen in my life. His last clip on there, I just have never seen anything like it.
Which one?
Go back.
This is the most played, so I'm assuming.
Here.
Oh my. Yo.
He shot the icicle, jumped off the icicle, and sniped the dude.
That was impressive. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Dude, I would geek so hard over those and dream about making my own. And you know the lift on Narrows, right? Yeah. You'd go off the lift and you'd always like throw chuck stickies and be like, I'm gonna stick somebody. Yeah. I remember there was a game, we were tied, it was like 48-48. And they were like, all right, everybody hold back. And I was like, I'm going to leave Roy Jenkins. And they were like, no. And I went off the lift. And I threw two stickies and it stuck a dude and he ran into his teammate and we won. And they were like, you're a fucking idiot. Let's go.
That's so good though.
Those moments are so great.
That creativity and stuff like that is like it doesn't happen now.
Not as often. I mean, it was really cool. Fortnite reinvented the wheel. I would say like battle royales were a thing, but they weren't like what they were. You know, it's kind of like the idea of EV vehicles or the idea of a flying car. And then you have that first company that like actually like a Tesla or whatever that pushes it and makes it into a reality. And then not only that, but turns it into the standard. And that's what Epic did or what Fortnite did for battle royales. everybody, Halo, Call of Duty, even indie developers are creating their own battle royales now.
Yeah, and it makes sense, and people think it's a fad. It's not. It's been around for a long time, number one. And number two, it's because there's that randomization, right? There's always the chance, you know what I'm saying, that interactions change and they're not the same on a game-to-game basis. Like, you don't know exactly what to expect. That's what keeps people coming back to it.
Yeah.
Is
It's
the
like
fact that-
it's a sport at that sense, because I remember my dad would come in the room and he'd be like, "Why are you playing the same game still? Like, it's the same game. You played it for months and months or years." Because I was playing Halo 3 every day for 3 years. I didn't even ask for another game on the console once I got Halo 3 for
Yeah.
like 3 years. And it's like you said, like I might have a sniper on this map or that map. I might have a battle rifle. And even if I have the same weapons, it's like I might be playing clean. I might be playing random dude 1, 2, 3. Like, he might be nasty. He might be bad. Maybe this is my time to shine. Maybe this is my time to get wrecked. Like, everything
Yeah.
was just so random and different.
Yeah. And now
Keeps
it's
coming back.
not like that, And so I think that's what kind of led me from traditional market to crypto, right? Was the fact that, like, it's not the same. Like,
That's how it all ties in, baby.
it's not the same. Like, it's not the same hours of availability. It's not the same, like, interaction. There's NFTs, which are a completely different market now. You know what I'm saying? Like, meme coins, you know what I'm saying? There's no particular way to play it. And it just
23K buy. Whew.
Wow.
9 minutes ago on the old snack boy.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a bigger one.
Let's go.
I don't know. What do you think, man? Do you think Sneck's gonna actually get listed on a Binance or
Dude,
a
it needs to get listed on something, dude. Come on.
But so, like, the argument that some people have is, well, it has the pipe in its mouth. Like, do we really have to get rid of the pipe in its mouth, do you think, in order for Kraken or Binance or Coinbase?
I don't know. Let's look on Kraken real quick and see what sort of
Let's do it.
see if they have anybody smoking weed on there.
Kraken. Share this tab. I don't have a Kraken account. Do I have to have an account to search?
Well, I don't know.
Buy crypto.
Yeah, it's gonna ask you for this stuff.
Come on. I can't just search.
No.
Oh, here we go. Here's some. These are like the more standards.
Those are more standard ones, right? But somebody listed friend, which was not Ada friend, soul friend. You know what I mean?
What about Binance? Binance has got a lot more coins than I think Kraken does. I need to use .us. You can make me sign in as well. Why can't I just search? Can I just look at prices? Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
And I'm sorry, this is blinding. Where is...
They got this dark mode?
Yeah, where's dark? Dude, Binance has to have a dark mode.
Oof.
Somebody knows. Maybe I have to have an account for that.
Jesus.
We're gonna...
I mean, are there meme coins that have, meme coin listing?
Yeah, there's all. I wonder if I can just... There's Bitcoin pairs, ETH pairs, and stable coins. I wish there was a meme coin section.
Dog with hat.
No.
Bonk. There's dog runes. Book of meme coin. Mog coin. Cat in a dog's world. How are these getting listed, dude?
It's just so that they can create hype, I guess.
Turbo, Popcat, Baby Dogecoin, Andy coin.
All of these symbols are so boring, though. Like, all of these symbols, they just fade into one another. You know what I mean? Like, none of these stand out. A few of these do.
Bone Shiba swap.
Anything with a circle and a letter inside does not stand out. Cody looks like crap.
Harry Potter
I'm a fan of
Obama
Cody.
Sonic.
Yeah, I heard. Dude, meme coins are hilarious.
Jesus. But that's the thing, like, how are these getting listed, but Snack no? There's got to be something. You know what I mean?
You know, there might be a gate here or there and might be a keeper at that gate. I mean, these are all stable coins I'm looking at too. No, I was looking at all.
But to be fair, volume in 24 hours, 2.7 mil, right? So let's see what Snake has in
24-hour volume.
In 24-hour volume, right?
Oh yeah, you wanted to talk about tap tools too. So
tap tools, yeah, their new UI sucks ass.
Not a fan. I will say I agree. Not just gonna make it a shitting on tap tools 5 minutes here, but yeah, I'm not a fan.
No, change your shit, please.
They had it before was great. I used to have all my trades right up here. Now I can't. I don't even know where to find them anymore. I truly don't. I spent probably 5 to 10 minutes yesterday just like going through everything, trying to figure out where I could see. If anybody knows, let me know. But it used to show like all of my purchases of SNEC throughout the year. And I don't know where to find that anymore.
I can't do it. So if we do trending, right?
So 24 hours, there's been about 700,000 in buy volume and 550 roughly. Let's get a calculator out and sell, which means 692 plus 542.
Its market cap is 94 mil.
1.234 million ADA. So 1, 2, 3, 4 million ADA, and then divide by or multiply by, what is it, 0.45 the price today, roughly.
So right now,
$555,000 today in 24-hour volume.
So as it stands, SNEC is 468th on the meme coins.
Andrew says SNEC has to eventually get listed. If ADA would appreciate more in price, I think we would be there. I don't know about that. I mean, maybe that is what they're waiting on, but just something I always talk about, and it frustrates me a little bit, is that, you know, I'll just do it instead of just saying it this time so that I can actually fully prove the point. But if there's only the top 4 coins, there's Binance, there's Bitcoin, there's Ethereum, and there's Solana, and those are the only ones that hit new highs or came close to their all-time highs. Everything else is waiting. So, you know, like my brother, even he'll be like, why is, you know, Cardano going down? Like, it's so low already. And it's like, yeah, but, you know, Bitcoin's down 5% today too. Like, of course it's going down. So until everything else starts going back up and Cardano's left in the dust, there isn't much to worry about, in my opinion. There might be a time to worry, right? And maybe you're trying to get ahead of it, whoever, and be proactive and be like, okay, let me get out of this, you know, failing quote unquote ecosystem. And maybe you're right, but I still think anybody making a move overly bullish or overly bearish on Cardano or any of the other coins outside of the top 4 are speculating. You don't know. You might get lucky and call yourself correct in 10 months from now, but you don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Binance requires a certain USD volume for listing.
I heard that too, which is why I said I was okay with the fact that I do believe there is a little bit of false trading on SNEC, but you know, I don't believe that there's not false trading on Bonk or, you know, any of these other coins. So like I said, if they're going to use steroids, like, let's juice up too.
Yeah, plus I think you have to pay these people, right? They're not just going to list your shit for free.
Yeah. So there's Cardano, and then I don't know, we can look at XRP, right? XRP is above Cardano. So where is XRP? All right. They're roughly the same position, right? Their all-time high is way up here and they're still chilling.
Yeah.
You know, well, you know, XRP, the lawsuit. Okay. Well, we can look at XLM. Well, XLM is, you know, the same thing as XRP basically. But okay, we can go look at Chain. or at Link. And not, is it Chain or is it Link for Chainlink?
I think it's Link.
I think it's Link. You know, and okay, well, Link's doing a little better.
A little better, but strangely familiar,
still,
right?
Right. So that's just kind of my point on it, is I'm not worried about these small movements until Cardano is truly being left in the dust. And Toncoin, I don't know much about it, but I've heard some people talking about how lack of decentralized it is, how centralized it actually is. And, you know, that just means, again, there's just somebody who found a coin that was super overvalued and they somehow convinced some people to pump some money into it, maybe to make Cardano look bad, probably not, probably just to pump their bags. But a lot of these coins that are trading places with Cardano and putting it into 8th, putting it into 9th, putting it into 10th, I don't think they're going to be there long term.
Apes are making waves.
What? We're talking about the apes.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what Andrew also said. I refresh Tap Tools daily for over a year now. The new mobile UI is also disappointing and doesn't perform well on iPhone or on my phone. Fair. I just think finance requires a certain amount of volume. Cardano Thor had a good post the other day that compared all the altcoin charts, and Cardano was performing very similar. Exactly. I'm not worried until Cardano is truly being left behind by, you know, more coins than 4. And if those 4 coins weren't heavily VC'd, you know, that'd be worrying as well. But they're not. They are heavily VC'd.
Yeah. So
what were you looking at?
Ape Society.
Ape Society.
Killing it.
Let's go check it out.
They're top 8 in volume.
So if you haven't moved your ape, how long do you have to move your ape?
I don't know. You'd have to ask Congo that.
I've already moved my ape, so I'm not worried. But I just wonder, how strong is the activity going to be on JPEG Store for Ape Society, you know, before it just completely dies?
Do you think they're going to close it? You only have like a month to decide?
I don't think it would be only a month, but I could see it being like 6 months or a year.
Yeah.
Right. Eventually, you want all of your assets on one chain. You don't. There's no utility over here. So you've given everybody plenty of time. I think with 6 to 12 months. That's just my thought on it. I mean, if you want to leave it open forever, that'd be kind of cool. Maybe also a little frustrating to see that, you know, the Ape Society, a project that left Cardano, is still #1 day in and day out.
Yeah.
But hey, is what it is. But then again, too, if you bought one of these, you couldn't use it on base. So whatever their use case becomes on base, you wouldn't be able to use it. You could always have the option to be able to use it, you know, once you put it onto base. So the value will always be there because you can.
So what are their sales?
Well, I'm trying to look, but it's not open for me.
Ape sales in 30 days, let's say.
Yeah, I can't see it. I can look on base probably, but right now JPEG Store won't load.
Oh, really? So collections. Yeah. We'll look at the Ape Society.
Analytics show up.
It'll say analytics, right? Under analytics.
Floor
volume on 7 days. 3.89K. 38.9K. 21 sales. So they're doing roughly almost the same, if that.
Yeah. Yeah, actually just I found out 5 days ago my radioactive croc sold. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, really?
Yep. Let's see if I can find it. Dude, activity is not working on JPEG Store.
No?
No, not even on my profile. I guess I can't show it, but maybe if I go to radioactive.
Activity's down over here too, by the way.
I had one that had these scales, the yellow, and he had some other things going with him. But
okay.
He sold for 160 for 5 days ago, and the floor is 110. So I'm happy.
That's it. You're good.
I'm just trying to honestly get out of most NFTs. I think Crocs have an ecosystem that could come back when everything comes back. So maybe that wasn't the best one to get out of. But I thought that about Yumi. I thought that about Equine. I thought that about so many. So
Which I thought Equine was pushing their game. Weren't they making like strides? And then
they came out back in December. They released their first version of Stables, immediately took it down because it wasn't working well, and then said that they'd fix it within the next 2 weeks. And as far as I know, it's been months. And yeah, I know they still have their town halls. I know he still talks and he's still active with the community. So like respect for that part, but I don't know.
grifters.
It feels frustrating.
Yeah.
And I also just really, I didn't like how the whole I want to get out of all my NFT bags went. So let me just make a quick, basically mystery box NFT.
Yeah, mystery box NFT. Yeah.
I just wasn't a fan of how everything went down. GameStop, though, continuing to go down. Oh, that's right. 2:00 happened. The FOMC had their report come out. Powell doesn't speak until another 15 minutes. FOMC summary. 5 hours. No. I want the newest one. Okay, here's a tweet by somebody who I'm not familiar with. Parker Ross. Not much change to the June FOMC statement other than a small tweak acknowledging modest further progress towards the committee's 2% inflation objective, which we've known about forever. So right here, I guess this was taken out.
Redacted.
Yep. I don't know. I'll have to look into this a bit more. I'll also listen to my stock guy and see how he is taking everything. Let's see. What's the overall market doing? This is another reason why I panicked yesterday and sold out of my GME option, is because I didn't know, like, that's something that the stock guy I watch talks about, is that, it's fine to do options and all that you're trying to do. But if you're really trying to like learn and get better, you shouldn't trade these hyped events. Like, you shouldn't trade earnings. You shouldn't trade FOMC meetings. You shouldn't trade OPEC meetings, right? Well, I guess you could trade like the after effect of an OPEC meeting with oil.
Right.
But, essentially you should take your gambling strategy or your trading strategy and use it instead of gambling. Let's see. Tesla's still going up. Apple's still going up. All right. Nothing was overly bearish. What, Apple?
Good Charlotte, Clay Nation, good Charlottes are at like 175.
Oh, bro, I don't even want to talk about it.
Oof.
Clay. I really hope these can come back too. It's the one NFT I refuse to sell. Yeah, 175. I remember when these were almost a tenth of the price of a Clay, and Clays, these were at like 1,000, and Clays are almost, what were they? Almost 10K? I think they were 7K.
It was crazy.
Frustrating. I don't know if NFTs will ever come back how they came back, though.
I don't think so either.
There's always going to be a use case in the sense of, hold this NFT, maybe you'll get a coin, or you can get a coin reward, quarterly earnings type of thing.
Right.
That'll always be there. But the same hype behind NFTs, I don't know if that'll ever be there again.
I don't know either.
To the extent. Maybe on a few, like if Trump released another exclusive NFT, I could see that having like a week or two of hype.
Sell out in seconds, dude. Just like his shoes. Dude, people bought Trump shoes, bro.
Dude, there's a Trump coin, a MAGA coin.
There is, yeah.
And did you know
they're on Binance too?
They're taking 50% of the, I guess, the coin's earnings, and they're going to give that to Trump. They're going to send that to his wallet. I was listening to an Andrew Tate and whoever else was in there yesterday.
Andrew Tate.
He was on a Twitter space, and I was like, all right.
Masculinity.
Yeah. And he was like, the world's trying to shut down masculinity. That's why they don't like any of us. And they just want us to be a bunch of pansies. And I mean, I do agree a lot with that sentiment. Like, it does feel like that. Sure. It definitely does. Like, you try to be, masculine in any way, and it's like, you're toxic. It's like,
Can't believe this. Patriarchy.
But giving, I mean, I know it cost a lot to run to be president, the campaign, but they talked about on the Twitter space they're going to send him $500 million, or no, $500,000.
That's fine.
Maybe was it 500 million?
No, 500,000.
I think it was 500,000. 500 million sounds insane.
500 million's a lot.
Yeah, no, definitely 500,000. But
that's like almost an entire campaign right there. 500 mil.
Yeah, that's still crazy to me though. You know, like the whole idea of crypto was like, you know, screw these rich people. We want to be rich too. Like screw centralized things. We want to be decentralized. And it's kind of come full circle where it's like, you know, I'm going to give this to the rich guy to help me out now, actually.
Right.
So,
it's kind of weird.
It's interesting, right? Just a little head scratcher. Makes you think.
So you don't think NFTs are ever going to come back, really?
I think they will. I think some of them will, right? But I don't know if it'll ever be peak. Like, I don't know if, what was it, Visa or was it MasterCard that bought into NFTs first?
Visa got into Bored Apes.
Right. And even before that, it was the Bits, right? What were they called?
CryptoPunks?
CryptoPunks. They got into CryptoPunks, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if that will ever happen again.
Man,
maybe.
I don't know. I would just always think like for 2 ETH right now, you can buy a fucking like mutant ape. And I always thought like, okay. But that was like the pinnacle of NFTs, right? Like was Bored Apes.
Bored Apes were the pinnacle, and that's what I want. I don't know if existing NFTs will ever go back to their previous highs, right, especially when ETH is going to be worth more, and hopefully Cardano too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Cardano at $3. Do we see Clay saying at 175? I mean, I freaking hope so.
Yeah.
1.8 is 1.8. Like
1.8 is 1.8, guys.
We'll see. I don't determine that.
We just needed more people to buy, less people to buy at $3 and more people to buy at like 15 cents. Then we could have some like fuck around money. You know what I'm saying? But for right now, everybody's like trying to be smart.
I still think it like the higher prices are so obvious. Yes, Cardano, in my opinion, like I would bank my life on it, will hit $1, $1.50, maybe even $2, like almost guaranteed.
Right.
Will it go back to 3? Probably. I still think 5 or 10 is, you know, fine for this next bull cycle whenever that comes for altcoins. But, you know, if you're trying to play stocks, right, and you're trying to get a double, or you're trying to get 20%, I mean, bro, you could really throw it into Cardano and just wait for it to hit $1 and then get out. That is easy money, in my opinion.
Buy at 40 cents, dude.
Yeah. Again, I think about buying more. I think about buying more Cardano, and like I say every time, the only reason I don't is just because I have so freaking much. Like it's like 80% of my portfolio. It is unhealthy how much Cardano I have.
Yeah. So, but it's what you're familiar with, though.
Right. It's what I know the most, and I like that I can use it to buy SNEC, and I can use it to buy, you know, XYZ meme coin coming out on, you know, Tap Tools or whatever it may be. But when I buy the dips right now, I've been buying Illuvium. Just because I know Alex Becker is going to pump the shit out of it during the next hype cycle, and all his followers are going to go crazy. So instead of hating on it, I'm just going to be a part of it. You know, I bought into AVAX a little bit just because if AVAX does decide to flip Cardano, like,
you think Avalanche?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I bought it. Wait, all right. What do you ask me? Do I think it's going to flip it?
Yeah, you think it's gonna kill?
Like I said, I don't own a lot of it. I'm not like super convicted. It just nothing would shock me right now. It wouldn't shock me if somebody came out and, you know, lied about Charles Hoskinson or created some sort of article about this or that. You know, nothing's really gonna like shock me and be like, oh God. I can see that. I hope it doesn't. I hope Cardano does the damn thing, you know, and I'm gonna continue to hold my money in there until it does. So
I need it to.
It better.
Yeah.
Like,
do something.
I've held
do something, poke him with a stick and shit.
I'm way over 80%. Wife will kill me if she sees another coin.
That is true.
Yeah, maybe get that separate wallet. That separate.
What are you doing? And the craziest thing is, like, they bitch. Like, my wife bitched at me when Cardano was at like 25 cents. And she's like, what the fuck? What are you doing? What are you doing? It's like, you
Buying the
buy
dip.
when it's low, you weirdo. What do you mean?
But we
And
also
then,
don't sell when it's high. We just buy the
right,
dips.
right. It's just like we became true investors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
But at the
so,
same time, sorry, go on.
and so, as soon as the bear started, right? She was like, "What are you doing?" Oh, Mister. Oh, it's at $3. Oh, it's at $3. Look at it. It's at $1 now. You fucking rich. You rich boy, huh? And I'm like, just calm down, dude. I've been in this thing for like at least 5 to 10 years, probably more 10 years now. But like, we're riding the wave, dude. Like,
The
just
thing that
relax.
sucks though is like we don't feel that too, right? Like we don't feel like losers for not selling at $3. Like we do. We're frustrated. Like sure, some of us
Yeah,
aren't like in as bad of positions. Some of us may have made more money on ETH or whatever, but everybody feels bad for not selling at the top and buying at the bottom, right? We all feel so. Shut up. Like I already feel bad. I don't
yeah,
need you throwing fuel on the fire. And right now I'm trying to rectify that by buying this flipping dip. Like
yeah.
stop.
Said she gives you free reign and then asked when it ever turns back to cash. Yeah, I feel you. My wife said the same thing. She's like, so this crypto shit you've been investing in for years, like, what's going on? And I'm like, I'm holding.
Bro, if I put that into the S&P 500 or a 401k, would you be asking me the same thing?
No.
No, and that's what frustrates me is like you wouldn't ever see that money until we're 70. So why
Right.
you like tripping off of this
Right.
crypto shit? Like
Right.
you've seen what happened. At any moment I could be the guy again. At any moment that could happen.
Right.
So it's just frustrating. We're all waiting. We're all patiently waiting.
Yep. When it hits $3, she won't be saying anything.
I just talk about the
The ups and then don't talk about
yeah,
this has got scratches. Yeah, that's pretty smart, to be
yeah,
honest.
it is, but I don't know. I also feel like a little bit of a phony. Because I have like a group chat just with my friends where I'll type everything like, hey, I bought like a share of AMD today, or I'm thinking about doing a Tesla option, or I made $500 in GameStop. Like everything I talk about.
Yeah.
And I feel like a phony sometimes if I don't talk about like, hey, I lost $700 on on bullshit coin, right?
Yeah.
Like, so I will. I'll be like, today was a bad day. Like, lost it all. Like, whatever. I feel like you gotta let them know.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe with your wife, maybe you don't.
I invested in Coin.
Ugh.
It took me to the moon.
Yeah, it didn't get sprung. I'll tell you
No.
that. That cock coin was a flaccid coin.
No, dude, right at the start, it pumps, baby.
Did it?
Yeah, it was good. It was good for both of us.
I don't remember.
Buddy, Coin was good for both of us.
I don't remember if I made. Actually, I have
That's how you made your bag.
No, you're talking about bank.
Bank, maybe.
I made bank on bank. Bank is the only thing that has me still in Cardano, or I'd be flipping burgers somewhere. Let's see. I have this. Let's see on Cockcoin. What did I do? Is it not even on here? It's got to be.
Nobody knows.
Let me control F. No Cockcoin. Damn, Cockcoin must have. I think I either didn't play it or I sold out immediately for break even because I don't even have it.
Yeah, you
on
had to
my
have sold
DeFi
out. I
sheet.
think you sold out.
That sounds like
you did,
me.
You did like a 2x, I want to say.
I don't know. Let me look at Cockcoin.
We both got in.
Oh, look at this beautiful chart.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh, is this a newer one? Yeah. I guess there's more. There's more cocks on here than one.
Oh boy.
What the flip? What the? There's no volume. I mean, that makes sense. When did Cockcoin come out? June 23.
I want to say almost a year ago. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right. So I guess there's no volume. Was it a rug, like a legit rug? Did it just stop?
No, I don't think so, man.
Maybe things are just loading slow. Let me see. on the 1 hour. Dude, these are days with no volume. These are weeks. These are months.
This is a different cock, dude.
12 months. Are we sure?
You're looking at the wrong cock.
Here. I don't know, man. I thought the other cock was the wrong cock.
No.
Maybe that was. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's probably right. So, when did this come out? July of 2023. Yeah. Okay, June 2023. Same thing. Yeah. I guess it did have a parabolic run for a split second where all the botters got everything.
Total liquidity, 302,000. Like, let's go.
That's how much is still in it?
Yeah.
Now, does that mean there's actually 300 and whatever thousand Cardano actually still in it, or that's just like pool data? Yeah.
Yeah, it's pool data.
Why?
I don't know.
Like, this thing is deader than dead. Is there I think I probably left the Discord. Let me see on Twitter if there's anything. It would be really cool to see a cock coin resurgence or a bank coin resurgence or something.
Yeah, which I'm surprised about bank coin, how it hasn't done anything.
Nah, screw cock. Let's check out bank. There we go. Bank has some cool things too. I noticed when I was inside of CMAT's or Alpha Surfer's Discord. Let me find the tweet because I did just pass it. They have some assets from Bankcoin, and I guess they get dripped some maybe monthly rewards or quarterly rewards. So here they have Risk. They have 2 Risk lifetime passes and tokens. They have 44,000, and this is as of March. So this may have been changed, but they have 44,000 hunt tokens. They have a IDO pass collection. He moved his Crypto Crocs Club collection into the treasury to give more exposure to the project. They will get an airdrop for EtherFi and Eugen.
It's Farmer Nash. We were just talking about you, Farmer Nash.
Yo, what's up, man?
Farmer Nash. Yeah. We were talking about Goombles today.
We were. Dude, that's so cool. I haven't seen you pop up in here in a bit.
What's man, hopefully he's still listening.
He said, "What? That was a minute ago." Of course, he's still listening.
Yeah, Farmer Nash, bro. Like, we were talking about Goombles today. I was playing a tower defense today, Kingdom Rush. And I was hoping that maybe if I bought some Goombles, maybe a tall and a short, that maybe I could play the game. Nick does not know whether it's like active or not. Still, we didn't know. And then didn't you say like you just staked yours?
Yeah, I delisted my Goombles yesterday, and I staked to their staking platform because I got a tall and a short, so it gives me the extra 10% boost.
Right.
But yeah, I wasn't sure if your game was still up or if it's on iOS or what's going on with that.
Hopefully it is. I was playing tower defense. I was getting some work done on my car or whatever. The blower motor needed to clean out. And I'm like, bro, I make pizzas. I don't work on cars, right? And so like, I was playing this tower defense Kingdom Rush. And I was like, you know what? I wonder how Goombles is doing or whatever. And so I wanted to test out the game. And so if you're still in chat, that would be absolutely amazing if you could answer.
When game?
I want to play.
What's floor on those? Maybe I'll grab a couple. Let's go check out some Goombles.
Goombles got to be affordable, baby. Got to be affordable.
Let's see. Oh yeah, super affordable. 35 ADA for the cheapest one.
Let's go.
Where are the offers at? 29. 4 for 29. Yeah, you know who really likes offers we just had him on the podcast. Greed.
Yeah, Greed. Malcoin. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he tells me about that constantly. He's like, dude, you remember that offer I told you about like 7 months ago? Like it just came through. Like that's what's up. I'm like, sweet, dude. And he's like, yeah, I made like 108 off of nothing.
So there's a tall for 40.
That's a good price. You do get that bonus if you have a tall and a short. There's actually a few bonuses. Let's see if I can pull up the page, because there's like 6 or 8 total ways to boost your staking.
Hello?
And Goombles.
Boom.
Yeah,
They've been bought.
nice.
They've been bought. They're gone. The tall and the regular, gone.
So I'll log in with my Discord, and then you'll see my position. I only have 2 at the moment, but that may change. Oh, it's not sweet. It's called sugar.
Why is this freaking out? JPEG store not working or what?
Yeah, some people have been saying JPEG store's been acting iffy. Just like mentioned to you.
It's being real sus right now here. Okay, so I'm in.
So I'll show you the bonuses right here. So if you hold a legendary, you get a 300% boost. If you hold 10 different onesies, you get a 50% boost. Hold all 11 location backgrounds, you get 50%. Hold all 20 flavors, you get 30. Hold a round, tall, and square, you get 25. I didn't even know there was a square. Okay, so if I just buy a square, I instantly now get this 25% as well. That might be worth it.
You're saying I have to buy a square now?
If you have a round, a tall, then you get 10%. But if you also hold a square, you get an extra 25%.
Okay, so I just bought a round and a tall.
You gotta grab a square.
Now I need a square. A block body bitch is what we're gonna call them.
Yep, you need a blockhead.
There's only 314 of those. The lowest one is 100.
Hey man, I bought the ones I have for over 100. If you hold a gigabeard trait, you get 25%. So if you find one with a gigabeard, or a rabbit trait, robot trait.
Okay, so hold on. So we're gonna go with gigabeard. Okay, which there's only 13 in the entire thing. Okay, and then robot.
Yep.
Okay, there's only 24. That's gonna be literally like, no, there's none for sale.
Makes sense.
There's none for sale.
So if I buy a square, I do have a question though. I don't know if you're still in here, Nash. I hold a round and a tall, so I get my 10%. If I buy a square, do I get an additional 25%, or does it just add 15% to get me to 25 from my already 10%? You get what I'm saying?
Please, for the love of God, Farmer Nash, we need you.
Yeah, let me rephrase this. Do these stack? I think that was the simpler question.
Yo, these be stacking, dog?
Yeah, these stack. You went into some full stacking development. What is sugar? Yeah, it's not called sweet. I was wrong. It's called sugar. That's their coin. And you can see here, which is pretty cool. Roughly a little less than half are being staked. It shows how much per epoch, the average amount that people are getting per Goomble. So you can see your average amount as well down here. So you can see where you're at. I am below average. You know, my whole life, that's pretty consistent.
Yeah, makes sense.
Sugar accumulated 40K. Sugar per epoch got my 7K, and both of them are staked. I would think it would.
Your
I would think so
one's
too.
Pretty cute, bro.
Dude, I have banging Goombles. I love my Goombles. That's why they're not selling. I had them listed for a high price. I don't give a fuck what the floor price is. I have cool Goombles.
Those are cool Goombles. I will say that.
The
ones that I have, kind of hideous. Not gonna lie.
Oh, really? I minted both of these, by the way, too.
But I don't care. They're mine.
I got the Riot Shield, and I want to say this is called Jawbreaker, but maybe not. And then the wings. And then I got the Shark onesie, which in the bonuses, if you hold 10 different onesies, you get that 50%. Hold 3 different onesies, or it doesn't have to be different. Just hold 3 onesies. You get an additional 10%.
Hold on. Am I I'm in Goomble's Discord. There we are. Nice.
Oh, it has download game right here. That's from 2023 though, so I'm not sure if that's
Yeah.
still updated.
So that's Android, that's PC.
And I think if I remember correctly, you still have to connect directly with a friend. I don't think you can just wait. I don't think matchmaking works if there hasn't been a development since.
And then where's the staking link? There
That's
it
in
is.
announcements.
Boom, I got it.
Yep, it's
Found
just
it.
one up from the last announcement.
So I got to log in with Discord. I'm going to authorize this. Take my monies. Okay. Connect a wallet to get started.
So you said there was a tall for 40?
Yeah, I bought it.
Oh, okay. I was like, I am not seeing a 40 anywhere.
Yep, you missed out.
Damn.
Get wrecked.
And then where's a square? You said that was 100.
Yeah.
Dude, the floor price is really thin, honestly. Oh, he's a wizard as well. That's really cool. I don't want to check mark him. I just want to click on him. There we go.
My wallet's
I'm
connected.
not liking this new JPEG store layout either. This one's cool. You got the moon background, 200 floor price, and he's at 100. I do like that. He's got a square. The next one up is 120. The next one up for the wizard hat's 125.
Dude, I got 61,000. I got 61,000 sugar already.
How many Goombas you got?
2.
Damn. You beating me.
I'm getting 7,116 sugars per epic.
7,116?
Yep.
All right, let's see what I got.
How much you getting?
7,121. Beating you by 5, baby.
This is some bullshit.
Get out of
Farmer
here.
Nash, you can't let him win.
5, bro.
You can't keep getting away with this.
You want to know the crazy thing about the number 5 too? Is that was the number on the kitty head.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
There's a roaring kitty tweet.
Yeah.
Actually, has he been tweeting today?
He did a little something.
Okay.
I see the GameStop post right beneath that. Yeah. And it's just a picture of him.
Breaking news. That's so freaking funny, dude.
Oh my God. It's just it's so funny, dude. So funny.
Oh my God.
The boss has got the there it was. I like that meme too, where he's like, you were a billionaire.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, that was hilarious. Farmer Nash, come back. You think we can get Farmer Nash on again?
I'm sure we could. He's been pretty friendly with me, so I don't think he'd be opposed to it.
I mean, I wish him honestly nothing but success.
Let's just glaze him a little bit so he comes on. Just kidding.
I didn't get to try the game right. Because originally I was supposed to be whitelisted for Goombles, but then I didn't get the whitelist or whatever. And so I was like, well, shit, So I initially passed and then bought a Goomble just now. And I was like, man, just because I played Tower Defense and I knew that this was the style of game. It's not like we've never talked about it before. You know what I mean? Like I think we talked about it.
Only short on the entire channel was created by Farmer Nash. And I want to say I appreciate that. Yeah, I only have one short on the entire channel, and it's me playing Goombles with Farmer Nash.
Yeah, which I did get to see it, by the way.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. So I'm interested. I really would like to play it. Please, for the love of God, answer questions. Come back home.
We can give it a shot later on and download the game. I don't know if it works, so I want to say it doesn't, but the fact that it's still, I also haven't been sharing, so I'll share this real quick. Share my Discord. So he still has the game download up here. This brings us to a YouTube video, though.
Yeah.
So let me see.
Let's watch it. Can't get demonetized.
No, not. We're already demonetized. So
You don't know that.
And it's YouTube. They've done it to me pretty often.
They've done something.
But can I share this? No.
The download guide?
It's fine. I went into the more info or the description of the video, and there's no links. So I would imagine the download link is taken away.
What's the last announcement?
There? Yeah, that was just for the pre-alpha test as well. That's what it's titled. So that would make sense why it's When iOS? When Android?
No, because they're going to take all of his shit, though.
What do you mean?
Well, they're going to take 30%, 40% right off the top.
Well, if we're only making $5, who cares?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you start making more and more money. The percentage is annoying, but like I said, because Epic won, they had to lower that, I believe.
Yeah. I don't know.
They do have that one very last Goomble being minted, though. This one looks sick.
Yeah. Oh, it does look nice.
Yeah, that one's really cool. Dude, we've been live for almost double the time. I didn't even realize it.
Yeah, almost 2 hours.
You don't have to go pick up no kids today?
Well, no, they're all on summer break, but I probably got to leave here soon anyway. You know. Farmer Nash came in here. We were talking about Farmer Nash randomly.
Maybe he came in because he saw the tweet. I don't know.
Maybe he did.
Not many people see my tweet, but I did at Goombles, so I'm sure he at least saw it.
At Goombles?
I did at Goombles.
I looked you up and I saw something about the giveaway, but I didn't see the other stuff. Let me refresh this.
Here, I'll show you. Stop sharing. Boom.
I'm in NFTs, Alpha Surfers, Goombles.
Yep. Yeah. And then Leggies was talking about Frigid AI, which is pretty funny because I've been in their Discord for months waiting for this. And I actually was just cleaning up my Discord a little bit and left just to find out that they're minting next week. And I was like, really? Like, I've been in here for almost a year. And the day I leave, I find out y'all mint next week. I was like, whatever, I'll probably miss that mint now, but all good. You know, I hope they do something cool. I think their NFTs look pretty cool. The people in there that support them are, I think there's whales in there.
So. Yeah, you know, pretty really well-known Kongs. Well, it used to be Kongs, right? JPEG Store is live. Can we go ahead and get in there and harass them about their shit now?
Have to. It just doesn't make sense. It's not in the cards.
You guys hear it?
But with that said,
I can.
The ball is in their court. If we think that these biggest companies in Web2 gaming don't have people at the helm that are specialists and experts in all things Web3 and NFTs and blockchain, we're extremely naive. Like, they have got to understand that the ball is in their court, and whenever they decide to offer in.
All right, well, that might be a thing. Some of y'all want to go listen to that.
Yep.
But yeah, I know you got to get out of here. I appreciate you, man. I'm glad that we got to talk for longer than we normally do.
Yeah, for sure.
Good luck on your GameStop position. I am going to miss out. And just, I don't know, maybe I'll just get in some workouts and just pump harder and harder as I see the price pumping harder and harder.
I'm holding. So
realizing it's getting further and further away from me. Just going to watch it go. I'll just be down here. Just,
all right, say bye.
Have fun.
Yeah, I can't wait until he live streams again. It's going to be so fun.
Yeah, true. I hope it has another period of cooling off so that I can get back in.
Yeah, it'd be all right.
But all right, guys. I appreciate all y'all for watching. Appreciate you, Farmer Nash. If you're still in there, shout outs to you, man. Hit us up. Maybe we can get you back on sometime. Let us know if we can get a demo in or something. Appreciate y'all for watching. Remember to get outside, see your family, see your friends. Here to make more money so that we can spend more time with them. Until next time, guys. Peace.